Hello and welcome to Edupedia World. So, we have got a lot of things to cover in this chapter. That means I will be moving relatively quickly. So, let's add a cube and we will start modeling this thing. We'll start changing how it is here from the beginning. So we will add the Gouraud shading lines, and that doesn't do anything to the cube. That only changes the way we look at our scene. So we can now see our lines. So I've added 3 lines on each side of the thing. As you may remember from the first chapter, this is an object. So what we want to do is, as you can see, this is just an object. It's just a cube right now. It's called a cube and it has this object right here. We want to make this into polygons, lines and points. So we can do that by right clicking and clicking this button called Make Editable, and now this is an editable object. If you control C, there's another way of doing it. Just clicking on it and pressing C, and that will make it into an editable object. So that didn't change much when you just look at the object, but if you do, let's say, the scale, you're able to now scale it in this direction. You're able to scale it in all these different directions, do all sorts of stuff. If we click on this guy, press E and then move him to the side, if we just add a cube, then you'll be able to see the difference, because this cube has the cube icon and this other guy over here has the editable object icon. So if we were to press T on this guy, try and scale him on one axis, you can see I'm only moving the red axis. It scales up and down, but this guy over here, he scales to the sides, and that's because this guy is an editable object, this guy isn't. Let's delete that cube, move him back to the middle. You can do that by just right clicking over here and it will jump to 0. So right now, if we look here to the side, we are in the object mode. And remember that an object like this only consists of vertices. That's basically what it is. It consists of vertices, and each vertice sits in like anywhere that these lines connect. And then there are also some lines, but those lines, they're like determined. So there's a line that goes from this vertex to that vertex, that vertex to that vertex. So all these vertices, as they're called, they make up this whole object. And then there's also something called surfaces. Each of these squares are a surface, and a surface is basically a plane that's being made between some points. So as you can see, if you've got 3 or more points, you're going to be able to make a surface between those points. And well, a square that consists of just 4 vertices that has been put together to a square. Let's try and go into the sub-object mode. I think that's what it's called. So if we go over here, we are right now at the model or the object mode. If we go down here and maybe press this guy, we will see the point mode. That means that we are now able to see all the vertices. So you can see there's a little vertex right there. We can click on that guy, we just click on him and we will get this gizmo. We can start moving it around like this, and as you can see, we can now start shaping this square into anything that we want. So right now I'm just clicking on these vertices to select them, and in my opinion that's a pretty easy way of selecting vertices. If we want to let's say select a whole row, you can see we can't just click and drag. We have to choose another pick option. So you can choose these different selection tools. You see we have got the live selection tool, the rectangle selection tool, the lasso, and polygon selection tool. You're almost only going to be using the live selection tool and the rectangle selection tool. So let's just pick the live selection tool. The shortcut is 9. In my opinion, it's a terrible shortcut, having to press 9, moving your hand all across the keyboard, but well, that's how it is. So we've now got this little box, this little ring, and we can start click and dragging. So you can see now I just dragged across all these points, and I'm able to move them around. I can click and drag across the middle ones, move those up like that. Let's just pick these guys over here, move those up as well. And yeah, we can also try the other selection tool. So press, what is it, 0. Oh. If you press 0, you get the this rectangle selection tool. If you press 9, you get the live selection, 8 for the lasso, and oh, that's basically the ones you need. You only need to know 9 and 0. So if you use this selection, the rectangle selection tool, you can basically click and drag like this, and it's very easy. For like selecting a row, you can just do like that, and you'll have the whole row selected. You can select the whole side like that. You can use Control and Shift to select more or less. So if it's like this, hold Shift and select down here. I can like select individual points like this. I can move around and it will stay selected. I can select this shit down here. Sorry. I can select these points down here and scale them. And yeah. So that's basically how you can select points. Press 9. If I were to click on my click on my middle mouse button and then drag to the right, I can change the size of this selection brush, as it actually is. So I can click and drag and select some more at once. So we have actually modified this cube quite a lot right now, and yeah. Let's delete this cube and start doing something else. So let's try to take let's now take a look at Thank you for watching Edupedia World. Stay tuned for more videos.